Welcome, citizens of Dominion, and welcome back to, of course, From Day One. Alrighty, as always, let's hit the mailbag first to see what we. Okay, I guess that's it. Aww, Toshi, thank you so much, my dear. Of course, we'll take our metal chest. Yeah, we can have some black spears. Actually, over on the Kraken server, the year of unicorn polls continues over there. My letter to Winterclaws gave me Cleave Daddy. And this morning, opening the regular black spear, not spending any emeralds or something, actually gave me a second totem fragment. That really shocked me. Beyond belief. By the way, apologies for last night's midnight in the desert. The last 30 seconds had to be muted because whoever owns the copyright to the actual song Midnight in the Desert that Art uses as his closing bed at the end put a copyright strike, so I had to mute the 45 seconds or so at the end where he normally would give the thanks for listening, good night little spiel. So, our adventure from yesterday has completed. Let's see what we have in the box. You pet potions. Yay for some eggs. Yay for some more eggs. And we get an uncommon night stone as the prize. Now remember, unlike the first week, waiting for the holiday, where I was just starting adventures, here in Winter's Tale, this week's portion of Winterfest, it is the chest that you complete in the adventures is what counts for your progress. So that will count as first 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the event. The only thing I hope is it wasn't long enough. Good, it still has the instant raid. 3 more eggs, some chaos particles, 5 more eggs, and 1 more, please. 4 more eggs, 20 chaos particles, and another stone. Very nice. Should have. Oh, I should have done the last one to save the extra eggs. So I will actually have to open 20. Damn it. I wanted to only open 15. The requirement for the holiday every day. And for Viren Bombishki Biscote. Alrighty, so there's her pets. That will take us into the little prize box. Excuse me a second, I'm actually recording this in the early afternoon of January 1st while some bowl games are being currently played. I'm just, actually, before I get any further, let me make sure I drop the audio out. Definitely don't need to get a copyright strike for a bowl game. But my local squad is currently playing, and I want to keep an eye. So we'll go ahead and pick up Hero's Reward. Oh, I didn't know eggs were going to be the prize there. Okay. So that actually will give us eggs for tomorrow. we still have the arena, which will wait for 8 o'clock tonight, which will probably be in part 2. Go ahead and complete those. Tower we can do anytime. The Tower 3 would give 15, 16, 17. This completion would be 18. The 3, it would be 19, 20, 21. This completion would be 22. This completion would be 23. And then we would need one more to fully complete out. And yes, some of you might be going, how do I have this little boy over here? As most regular folks, Astral Season did end on the 31st. Fortunately, since it's given me the weird, kind of like baby version of the ticket, this one still has 4 days on it. Click that prize. These two we will deal with when we hit the arena later. This will hit the dungeon probably in part 3 tonight. Tower mode, let's go for that right now. My team's actually up by 4 with 3.5 minutes left. Cool. And they took a timeout. Alright, let's climb up the Sunshine Tower. First 26, of course, are skips. The weird thing is, I'm a guy who likes both casino games and game shows in general, actually. And unfortunately, we here in the States had used to be one of the best places for game shows, where we came up with some of the best ideas. Scrabble, Sale of the Century, Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, just to name a couple. Thank you. And we'd have new ones every year between the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Heck, even not as good, but even into the early 2000s. Yeah, don't get me started with the revivals of Donnie's Pyramid in 2001 or Card Sharks 2000. Those were abysmal failures of television little plasma lights. But I digress. Right now, if you really want to watch interesting game show ideas, most of those are actually coming from the UK. And they've actually come up with two rather interesting ones. They work with the quote-unquote pandemic social restrictions. When that happened, a lot of shows either totally went off, there wasn't any way to do, or had to really, really change their strategies to continue in a pandemic world. Family Feuds definitely spaced the podiums out, made sure that Steve Harvey went anywhere near a contestant once they went back to producing this. Price is Right had to totally get rid of their audience, which was extremely weird. Let's Make a Deal was even weirder, where they had to have like only 9 members in the audience and a plasma screen to try to keep their show going. But the UK came up with 2 rather interesting concepts to be able to do a game show but still keep everything socially distanced. First, helmed comedian Michael McIntyre on the British Broadcasting Corporation, basically public broadcaster BBC, and it was simply titled The Wheel. And this is weird because the first season was actually originally able to be seen worldwide BBC only restricted it inside the UK, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, but it was able to be seen outside of their basic demographic. Unfortunately, then they pulled it down afterwards. It really hurt me because it was actually a great show. Basically, take a bunch of celebrities who all supposedly have something, some claim to fame. Let them be an expert on whatever that claim to fame is, and that's their category for the night. You then have 3 contestants who are trying to play to win money. The contestants sit underneath the middle of the big celebrity wheel in its own little wheel. That way they can still keep the 3 contestants socially distanced. Every time we need a contestant, the little mini contestant wheel spins. They randomly choose whoever stops under the hole, and whoever that is gets sent up to play the game. Now, the game is simply this to basically knock out every celebrity category. You get to choose which category you want to play for as a contestant when you come up. Whichever celebrity is supposedly the expert on that category becomes your space in gold. Meaning, if the wheel spins and lands on that space, you're playing for bonus money than you normally would get. You then, however, also have to pick one celebrity that you believe definitely wouldn't be able to help you in that category. They go in red. Now, it is possible to even have a second spot turned in red due to a potential penalty rule. Now, let's quickly handle that one before we worry about the spinning. If on the previous question, whoever was the expert for that category, or deemed the expert, no, I'm sorry, I still got the game on. I'm doing the conversation and the deal. Okay, he stopped at the 1. They were only up by 4, and the opponents got the bomb. For those wondering, by the way, I'm watching the Iowa Hawkeyes and Kentucky Wildcats game on a little mobile phone on the ESPN app. Alright, so back to, if the person whose question category that was in the previous question got the answer wrong, each celebrity is required to lock an answer in for each question, regardless if they're the one chosen or not by the wheel to be the one to help the contestant. But let's say I'm on the wheel and my category is Hero Wars. You know, it could happen. It really couldn't, but let's, for our sake of our situation, say it was. That category was picked. Someone else was spun as the person to help the contestant. Everyone, including me, still has to give an answer, and all questions are given a multiple choice for 4 possible answers. If I choose the wrong answer to the question in which I'm supposed to be the expert to, on the very next question, I automatically go red, since I got my quote-unquote specialty subject wrong. There is no penalty for a celebrity getting an answer wrong if it's not their specialty category. Only if it's their specialty group. If that happens, you still have to pick one to go red yourself, so in that case you'd have 2 red segments. And the show always loves making a proverbial joke of it. If the contestant picks, that's good. Kentucky takes a 5-yard penalty. Thank you. If the contestant picks some celebrity to go red next to the one that's forced to go red, giving 2 segments in a row with that red situation, and then they usually will play Danger Zone, the song from Top Gun, as the wheel spins instead of the normal spin music as a result of that round. So this continues off and on until we get to the last category. God damn it, touchdown bastards. Okay. So once we get to the last category before all the categories are selected, again, whoever the celebrity that is the expert is gold. You have to choose one to go red. However, anybody who hadn't been spun at all by the wheel to that point goes in silver for that last round, giving you a bigger prize than a normal spin, but not as big if the gold had spun up. Now, once all those categories are complete, this is a BBC show. We're not just going to give you the money straight away. You have to answer one last question in order to win the money. This is where everybody having to answer every question comes into play. Michael McIntyre takes the time, takes a little funniness to rank the celebrities from 1 to 7 on how they've played the game. Most correct answer is to least situation. At that point, sorry, there we go, 2 fates. Every celebrity is eliminated except the celebrity who comes in number 1, number 4, right in the dead middle, and number 7, the absolute dead last. The contestant is able to choose which of the 3 celebrities they wish to play with. If they play with the celebrity who is in 4th, they'll play for the total prize pool that's been collected throughout the entire game. If they choose to play with the celebrity who is in the top spot, number 1, that prize pool is halved, so they get to play for only half the money that's been won the entire game. And finally, if they choose to go with the worst celebrity of the night, contestant number 7, then they get to play for double the money. There's a little mini wheel that comes out to spin 4 categories. Then the question's asked. Contestant gets it right, they win whatever money they had on offer, the half, full, or double. Game ends. If they're wrong, however, game doesn't quite end yet. That contestant goes down. By the way, the contestant also goes down anytime they get a wrong answer or spin one of the red sections of the wheel. And one of the other contestants come up. Now, when I say other, it is possible the same contestant can come up again. It's supposed to be a random spin of that contestant wheel below. Whoever comes up has to choose between one of the 2 remaining celebrity options that hadn't been chosen. So if I was the first contestant and chose the 4th middle contestant for the full prize pool, whoever came up again on the second time would either have to play for half or double. They would not have the option to play with that 4th place contestant. And again, if they win, they'd win the money. If not, again, they'd go down. Third contestant would come up, and they would have to play with whichever one celebrity was left. No choice. If that one wins, still a win, show's happy. However, if that one loses, the show ends, nobody wins any money. BBC is happy because they don't have to pay out. And of the first season episodes, one time that happened, where the show didn't pay out at all, is all 3 times at the end game, the contestant failed. Yeah, that's complete. Don't you dare. I'm sorry, less than a minute left in the football game. I'm keeping an eye on that as well as we finish our final few levels here of the tower. What makes this work very well social distancing wise is the contestants come up in the very middle of the big old wheel here. The host, Michael McIntyre, basically takes the middle of the wheel as his place to be. And the celebrity helpers, answerers, are all in equal distance chairs that spin on the outer perimeter of the wheel. So everybody is able to be social distance, the contestant, the host, and all the celebrities. So it works pretty, well, nicely. The other show that has gone on that is yet another comedian Jimmy Carr vehicle. Channel 4 over there is basically kind of like lynched onto them, like we lynch on to Lynch and a few other, like Ellen, here in the U.S. That show's name. Oh, please tell me that's not caught. Please tell me. Hold on a second. No, he's down. He's down. Please tell me that's not caught. They're replaying it like 5, 6, 7 times here. Let me grab the buff real quick while they're reviewing it. Please, for the love of God, tell me that's not caught. I can't know what they're saying because, of course, I've got it on mute, so it doesn't broadcast over anything. It looks like it bounced. I'm going to say bounced. Let's go bounced. That sounds good for me. Let's just say bounced. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Here's the results being announced right now. Son of a bitch. And unfortunately, it's kind of like one of those confirmed type moments where not enough information to overturn. Damn it. Alright, so I don't have to watch that anymore. My team lost by 3. Damn it. As we finished the tower. Alright, back to that other game show. A lot of game shows usually will try to have people have a lot of knowledge, be able to answer a lot of, say, general knowledge style trivia questions, or a lot of UK shows would like to have something like a University Challenge, where it's basically good old college questions, or Egghead slash the Brainiacs slash Mastermind, where it's just basically you could have a lot of knowledge on a lot of specialty topic. This one, on the other hand, goes completely the opposite. It puts the contestants in chairs equidistant from another, so they're socially distanced. The contestants don't move or do anything for the whole show, at least until they're eliminated. The host, Jimmy Carr, comedian, who's best known for, let's just say, a very weird, wrong laugh. Most folks would laugh normal on a kind of like a chuckle, like ha 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 ha. Mr. Carr puts the emphasis on the opposite syllables. Ha 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 ha, as he likes to refer to it. The show's name is that I just literally told you. Yeah, that's actually the name. I literally just told you. So 100% of the questions of this particular game show comes exclusively from answers and information given to the contestants right in front of their eyes, right in the show. Hence the phrase, I literally just told you. So they usually will start with a quick little introduction of the four contestants that are playing that particular day. There will then immediately be a question round where each player gets a question based off the little blurbs told about the other contestants. So I might go like, my name's Gambling GC Hero Wars. I'm 30 whatever. I'm from such and such, and he likes this such and such. And the question will be, okay, what age did we say that such and such was? And you just have to give the answer to win your money. They then want to build some money, so then they will do the first of two kind of like money builder rounds. These are three choice, multiple choice questions. Like for instance, one of the contestants had the multiple choice answers of 1, 2, or 3. Now, the show is actually done on a UK channel called Channel 4. Yeah, that's the name of the network. It's just called Channel 4. So, one of the questions for that person who had the choices of 1, 2, or 3, what is the number of the network we're on right now times 2 minus 5? So, 4 times 2 would be 8, minus 5 would be 3. The correct answer would be 3 to get the money. At the end of the first section, whoever had the lowest score would be eliminated, leaving nothing and told to take their chair with them. They would then act like they're going to a commercial. Then he would turn to him and go, was that a real commercial or not? Of course it wasn't. We'll ask him about that when we come back. So then the next round is basically about the fake commercial that he just did. They'll have another multiple choice round, a few questions about what has happened throughout the show for answers, and another elimination. Finally, at the end, the last two contestants, money is pooled together. The winner will win it all, and they'll do a kind of like weakest link best of 3 to decide the winner. The very interesting dichotomy here is the only questions that can be asked in that final round are, of course, questions that have happened on that show, and they're questions that are chosen by their opponent. So they're allowed to come up with any question they like, but then they have to make sure to have it vetted that yeah, it was indeed actually asked on the show before it can actually be questioned. Whoever gets the right answer wins the money. What I really love is the tiebreaker questions. Because since you're playing that kind of a deal, it's very possible you could have two people with the same score, especially the bottom two. So that question that's always asked as the tiebreaker is how many wrong answers have been given so far in the show. But again, everything stays socially distanced. You're not really required to be a brainiac, just basically observant and able to remember stuff for about 30 minutes. And it works as a quick passing of the time show. Those episodes are currently up on YouTube. I have not found any place, however, to find the wheel. And unfortunately, I had thought, as such, that that show didn't last and was gone. But I got shocked that in the quote unquote one of the money builder rounds, a question was actually asked about the wheel on I Literally Just Told You, which makes me believe that they're still taping new episodes. Which means I'm going to have to do a renewed look to try to find episodes. Because again, it isn't something that's appointment television or like Slender Man or anything you'd want to absolutely 150% seek out, but it was a nice thing to pass the time, to let your brain cells just basically go on autopilot and relax, and enjoy yourself for a half hour or so. Sorry, I was just grabbing a quick drink while Nexters was going crazy and not completing our last task here in the expedition map. Come on, Nexters, this isn't rocket science. You can simply let us have our little task. Where, oh where has that little task gone? Where, oh where can the task be? Why you won't let us have our glyph stuff? Let me do an artifact for 3. Come on. Let's go artifacts. Alright, I think we're back. I think Nexters is actually woken up. Alright, let me get out of here so we can get back to full screen. Maybe. Maybe, baby. I would go ahead and actually cut if we're having trouble, but we're only 31 minutes in on part 1 here for today. Which kind of makes me want to have to keep pressing on just in case. Well, let's do some tasks. If we can get that last item, we should be able to Astaroth up. Because I believe that last item is a level 72. I clicked on Astaroth, not Astrid. I believe this is a level 72 item. Yeah. So what's left is the Trini, the Desert Blade. Oh, we can get some town shop items for it. Thank you. Yes, please. I'll take those. I will take my desert blades. Okay. The monolith of pain, otherwise known as Nexter's loading times. So let's see if we get loaded in before tomorrow. Alright, about 3/4. 44/5. Alright. And actually, I think I probably talked enough for at least 3 or 4 of these part 1s. Oh, sorry. Alrighty. So that's a weird screen. So let's see if we can get through this fight. I'll bring the normal Nexter's audio up. And we'll just have a good 10 or 15 minutes of Nexter's fun. Instead of me yakking. One more X to click so I can get back to the audio controls. Okay, are we gonna really now that I wanted to go all the way out to get to the audio crash trying to get out there? Oh, come on of it. For the love of Nexters. Alright. So let's give that a little music. Let's give that a little sound. And back to the fights. Astra +2. World Tremor. For the Desert Blade in the Monolith of Pain. And now, Nexter's Pain in the Monolith of Pain. And we still don't get any audio. What the heck? Oh. Okay, so we get a kabuki fight instead. Round 3 Nexters. There you go. There's one of our swords we need. 7 to go. no one there. Sorry about that. I think I might have passed out for a quick second. And if I did, I do humbly apologize. Get back to the fight. Oh, lovely sword. Still need 6. No sword yet again. Delayed a few seconds. Hopefully, maybe that'll mix up the fights so we can get our swords. Back to the battle we go yet again. since the last third of the progress bar loads. There it goes. Starting to move. Nothing at all. That sucks. what the hell happened there. Game freezed on us. Let's do a couple quick raids and finish it out. Well, before anything else craziness happens, we will try to get those 5 swords later. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of 5,000 views. So Boxy's pays attention, 1,000 subscribers. So YouTube does as well.